Hey loves, welcome back to TigeraGitana. Today we are going to be doing a very quick video. This is a patron voted video. They voted for a divination video this week. So we're going to be talking about jumper cards in tarot or in oracle decks. So I have my classic OG Rider-Waite. And we're going to just talk about jumper cards and how I use them and kind of what they mean as well. So when you are, jumper cards basically happen while you're shuffling. A lot of the time they happen while you're thinking about the question itself. Sometimes they'll happen if you're not thinking about a question, and it'll just be like a message from spirit in reaction to whatever it is that you need to know within that moment. But for me, I will liberally ask spirit to give me messages through jumper cards specifically. I know not every reader does it that way, but I like to kind of distinguish the messages that I get from like spirit and like then me actually pulling the cards. Now, something that you guys might not know unless you've been watching my chakra healing videos for a while is that I actually, all of the chakra placements, the card positions, I actually pull from jumper cards, all of those. I don't actually pull from like just flipping it, like shuffling and then flipping it over. I don't do that, not when it comes to the chakra healing videos, because I want spirit to tell me what's going on for that month, for that chakra, for that sign. So I let spirit kind of, there's moments where I let spirit just kind of literally give me the message that I want, and I use that during that time as well. So that's something to know. So what are jumper cards? Jumper cards are direct messages from spirit, things that they want you to focus on right now, like in the moment. And again, that's why I use it for those readings specifically. When I'm doing a regular tarot reading for a client, I kind of flip it a little bit. So I ask spirit to give me, I use the number 5 a lot. So I ask spirit, please give me 5 cards for any additional messages that you would like, you know, my client to know. And they will give me either 5 or sometimes a little bit over 5. But that's like if they have a lot to say. And then it usually differs from the main part of the reading, or it gives a very different backstory to the main part of the reading as well. So then the main reading, I'll actually just after I get the message from spirit, I'll know, okay, I hit that number, it's time for me to stop, and then flip over the cards. So for me, jumper cards are really important because while using jumper cards, you're able to really kind of see a lot of the underlying issues and also what spirit has to say, because we all know, like if you didn't know, now you know, tarot has its own personality. Every single deck has its own personality, especially like feel like the Rider-Waite has its own sass. The tarot itself can be very harsh, I guess some people would say. It's very blunt is the word I would say. Tarot is very blunt. So when I am just shuffling my cards and I'm asking for a reading, like I noticed time and time again that I would want more messages from spirit in that way. So I would ask for jumper cards. It kind of like the way I evolved through reading, it's like instead of me just shuffling and the random cards just coming out, I would rather ask for those cards to come out, so then I could be like, okay, so this is what you want me to know, and then this is also the answer to what I'm asking for. So it kind of elevates your communication, because I feel like when we're doing a tarot reading, we are very much like, especially if you're doing like the classic Celtic cross readings and stuff like that, like if you're doing the classic ones, you just want to pull those specific cards, and then when you have just one random card just fly out the deck, you're like, no, put it back, like I'm just trying to do this one spread. So I don't do that. I like to give spirit the space to say what they need to tell me. in addition to, because I feel like it can be restrictive when you're doing spreads. It can be a little bit restrictive because you're technically telling spirit, like, I don't want to hear anything else you got to say. I just want to know for this particular question. So basically for me, jumper cards is holding space for spirit to deliver any additional messages that they want to say. And that's usually how I ask. I'm like, okay, give me 5 cards with additional messages, anything you want me to know during this time. And then after the 5 cards, I will be pulling. And I'll usually say the number as well, unless I'm doing, depending on what kind of reading I'm doing. But I'll usually say I'll pull 8 cards plus an outcome card, and then I'll start shuffling literally right after I say that. I'll start getting jumper cards, and sometimes while you're shuffling like this, like while I'm shuffling like this, I won't actually get any jumper cards unless I ask for a question, and that happens to me quite often, unless I'm actually thinking about something and spirit is like reacting to it, whether it not be like a question. I'm just like, I'm thinking about, I don't know, my father-in-law, and I'm just like sitting here and I'm thinking about my father-in-law. I'm still not formulating my question. I have a Gemini moon, so I can be very like airy up in my head, in my emotional state. It's just like it's a lot in here in my brain. It's a lot of space for thinking, so I'm usually thinking about multiple things at the same time, and sometimes when I like kind of linger while I'm shuffling, I will actually get a card pull for somebody else. So you see how I've been shuffling and nothing has come out because I'm not asking for anything to come out. And sometimes you'll be shuffling and stuff will come out anyway, and that's just kind of like energies that you need to be aware of, and you need to like make sure you know. But I do feel like jumper cards are a really powerful tool. Ooh, hey. Really powerful tool to understanding your connection with spirit. Actually, funny that this is the bottom of the deck. To understand your connection with spirit, and how to receive messages from them, how to then read their specific messages. Because just because you're pulling, you know, especially if you're calling your angels or guides to help you with your main part of your reading, again, they could have other things that they want to tell you. They could be wanting to tell you that, hey, you need to go outside today, you need to get some fresh air. There's some energies like fluctuating today. The next week is gonna look a little so you want to know what else they have to say, not just, hey, tell me about today. Hey, tell me about this relationship. What if you need to focus on family for this week? So I feel like jumper cards give you the flexibility of working with those energies in a productive way, and it definitely helps to develop your reading skills as well. And I feel like once you kind of have it regularly in your practice, you actually get really comfortable with jumper cards. And also then the tarot itself doesn't seem as blunt and aggressive. It's just like, hey, these are messages from spirit, instead of tarot actually reading you to the filth during an actual session. It actually holds space for them to be a little bit more gentle with their messages, and not just like, hey, I'm just trying to get these in the amount of cards that you're trying to push me and force me to give you this message through. So it does bring the element of just flexibility and more kind of room for spirit to communicate different things that you need to know. So that is my pretty much what my views are on jumper cards. Let me know how you use jumper cards in the comments, if you use it in a different way. Definitely let me know, because hey, if there's something new that we can implement, by all means. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this video was voted by my amazing patrons on my TigeraGitana Patreon, which you can find the link for on the description below if you would like to join us. So I do have an update, because we do need to talk about this. So this weekend, halfish, because it starts tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, there will be no weekly healing circle this upcoming week, because I will be up in the montañas, in the mountains, in the highest mountain of New York State, because my wonderful and beautiful wife, it's her birthday. Okay, she's a Gemini, and she wants to hike the tallest mountain in New York State. So that's what we're doing for her birthday. She is a Capricorn moon and I am a Capricorn. So we're literally gonna go be goats and climb mountains for her birthday. So yeah, so there will be no weekly healing circle, but I am in the process of updating all of the Patreon's weekly tidings for the week, including the Book of Shadows prompts that we do every week, which they've been doing a lot of heavy work on their ancestor work, energy work, self-care work, love, money. It just it addresses a lot of things. So the way it works is that you have to have a Book of Shadows for this, or a notebook if you just want to keep it simple for now, and then every week when I post a prompt, you fill in, you address the questions that I pose, and it helps you to develop your practice and your craft as well. So it's a really it's like a leveling up prompt for the Book of Shadows. So it helps you develop your craft every single week. It makes you address different areas of your life that maybe you haven't been addressed, and how to work your magic towards that as well. So it's a very like awesome part of the Patreon, and they really love it. So that's gonna get posted today. I wanted to get this video out too because I'm about to post the next week's weekly video poll choices, which they get to vote for a video every week. So that's coming. And all of the other things, the weekly messages from a chakra, the pick a card, weekly messages from Akashic Records, that's gonna get posted as well. Yeah, they're getting like a ton of stuff. So I just wanted to make this video because I'm not going to be able to make it till, like, if I didn't make it today, I wouldn't be able to make it till Wednesday. So yes, so I will definitely see you guys towards later part of this week. I'm gonna try to edit the vlog because I will be vlogging my hike up the mountain. Our hike up the mountain, actually. And I can't wait to share all of the things that are gonna happen with that, because, you know, it's definitely gonna be an adventure. I feel like it's gonna be probably the highlight of this year for me, for us, because it's gonna be intense. But yeah, I'm really excited. And you know, please say a quick prayer of protection for our asses, okay, so we can come out safe and sound right back. But there will be a weekly healing circle the week after, and yeah, we'll get back into our normal routine. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the updates that I had for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, quick shout out to all my new subscribers. I am so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful, wonderful family that we have here. And I'm just really excited because I've seen my channel grow so fast, and even my Instagram, I just reached 2,000 followers on there. So I'm just really excited of how quickly like we've been growing. I mean, Jupiter is a Capricorn, so I'm not surprised at the same time. But at the same time, like, I'm just really excited that it's happening, like physical realm manifestation. So let's keep on growing. Make sure you're subscribing, ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.